What's up, YouTube family? Gerald Greenlee here with Clean and Green Lawn Service in South Georgia. I am out here under the shelter. I would call it my shop, but I actually don't keep my lawn equipment in the shop. I keep it in the shelter next to the shop. But anyway, I did a video that maybe you've already seen on the combination lock cable. Heck, I can't remember the name of it. What now was it? Lumitrail combination cable lock. And I talked about in that video the purpose that I bought those locks for. I'm going to be putting some racks on here to put my saw in and my trimmer in. So anyway, I have those racks. Actually, I may have misspoken in the last video. I think I said I ordered 2 racks. I ordered 2 cables. I only ordered 1 rack. And the reason is I want to try this rack and see how both pieces of equipment are going to fit in it, how that's going to work, and if it works like I want it to, then I'll order whatever I need. So I just want to kind of try it out. So this video is going to be a video on the installation of the LT15 multi-rack. And again, this rack can be used for hedge trimmers, chainsaws, handheld blowers I think will go in there. Probably a number of other little small equipment kind of items that you might would use. This is Buyers Product Company. I did get this from Amazon. I will put the link in. So I'm going to figure out where I'm going to locate this on the trailer, do an installation on it, and just kind of walk you through that. I mean, it's pretty simple. Drill 2 holes, drop a couple of bolts in it. But anyway, maybe it'll be a benefit to somebody. So I'm going to go ahead and get you set up on a tripod. We'll unpackage it and look at it and kind of go from there. All right, so take a look. Obviously, I've already opened the box, but got some instructions. Set those right there. I'm going to raise that up a little bit. And I probably should note, I made it sound like, I think in my previous video, that this was for an open utility trailer. That is the application that I'm using it for. But this is made to mount also inside of a enclosed trailer. And then it does come with a plate that you can put down on top of it. I'll show you how all that works in a minute. But basically what we have is the cage. And this cage is made with a number of different openings. Like that would be for a chainsaw. The hedge trimmer is probably going to go this way. I'll have to set my trimmer and stuff in it to make sure. There's openings on this end. There's all sorts of holes through here. But this is just a cage. I don't know the dimensions on this. It's probably on the site. I could probably get you the dimensions for it. I do not have my tape measure with me. I tell you what, let me grab my tape measure and I'll go ahead and give you the dimensions just so you have those. Alright, so here we go. Obviously this is going to mount on the trailer either in this direction or this direction. So if you're talking about, I would say width, I don't know what you want to call this. It is 12 inches by 13 inches. And obviously the depth on it, up to here is about 9.5 inches. Over here is about 8.5 inches. If you were going to put something like a handheld blower in it, it can set up above it. The main thing is to know you got 13 inches one way on the length and you got 12 inches this way. And again, it does come with bungee straps and stuff to strap that sort of equipment down. Maybe I'll just give you a couple of examples really quickly of what you can do with it sitting on the trailer. Okay, so where my trailer is sitting, the lighting is not very good, and what I'm going to do is just set this box on the toolbox up here and show you how this would work. Now this will obviously be mounted to the rail of your trailer wherever you want to put it. This is the Poulan PL3314. This is a 14-inch chainsaw, and it fits very nice in there. You know, it does have room around it. There's a, you know, the bar's hitting over here. You got several inches on this side. You can see here how the bar comes through it nice. And again, it comes with bungee straps. We would be strapping that down. Okay, so, and these center holes here I would have on this rail. That's how I'm going to be mounting it back there, and I'll let you see it after it's all installed. But like I said, there's not a lot of lighting back there, so it makes it a little bit difficult for you to see, and I want you to get a good picture of it. So I'm going to take that out, and now we're going to grab my HC155 hedge trimmers, and we'll do the same thing. We're going to sit them in there. And as you can see, that hedge trimmer fits in there nicely. There is room on either side here. Kind of give you a front view of it. And again, once I get this installed, I'll probably at least shoot some pictures of it. Now, I will tell you this, it does need to mount the same way for both the saw. The saw and the hedge trimmers turn in the same direction. And the reason I bring that up is I would definitely want to mount my hedge trimmer with it facing forward. And the reason being is this sheath that I have on the blades, okay? And I may actually put something under that to support that blade. I don't know, we'll just look at that and kind of see how it goes. But anyway, that's it. That's kind of what it looks like with those two in it. I've already shown you what it looks like with the blower. I will show you that once again. I apologize if the audio is going up and down. I'm walking around out here. The handheld blower, I guess, could sit like that. You might even want the handheld blower, you might want it turned in the opposite direction. And again, this right here is a Husqvarna 125B. It fits in there very nicely. There's plenty of room left. And again, you have bungee straps. You can strap this down, and I'm going to run cables through, not to keep it from moving, but the cables will be to secure it so somebody can't just walk up and snatch it off the trailer. So anyway, let me get this stuff moved out of the way, and I'm going to kind of walk through the contents of the package. All right, so here's all the parts that we received. Obviously, we have the basket here. And again, I really hope y'all can see this pretty good. I'm trying to get some sun in the background. It does come with what is called a gusset bracket. This would be for an enclosed trailer. If you were mounting this to the wall in an enclosed trailer, this bracket would go under here like that to support it on the wall. The holes are already pre-drilled and everything. All the hardware that you need is for that. For this installation, I will not need this bracket. So you have this, you have a little hardware packet with all your mounting nuts and bolts and screws, depending on what you use. One of the things it does have for the hedge trimmer, which I'm going to use on one of these, is this little bracket here. When you mount it to the trailer, you put this little bracket down, and what happens is your hedge trimmer fits in that. And I need to make sure that that's going to fit around my sheath on my hedge trimmer. And it doesn't look like on my particular model with the sheath on it that that's going to work. So I may see if I can bend it a little bit and use it. But what would happen is you put that little you put that on there, and then you have this pin that runs through like this, and this keeps your hedge trimmer from bouncing, you know, so much, helps hold it in place. So anyway, you got that, you got the instructions. It's pretty self-explanatory. It's basically marking it where you want it to go on your trailer, and you know, making sure you don't have any obstructions in the way, making sure if you're going to use 2 or 3 of these racks that you allow enough room. You know, if you mount this for a chainsaw that's a 14-inch bar like my Poulan is, and then you decide later to get a 20-inch, you know, Echo Timberwolf to put in there, which is probably what I would get if I buy another one. Well, if you don't leave enough space between this and whatever's in front of it, you're not going to have the extra room that bar is going to protrude out. So those are just things to keep in mind whenever you're mounting this piece of equipment. So I'm going to go ahead and get it set up where I need it at and get some holes drilled and get it bolted down, and then I will check back with you and kind of show you what I did. All right, here's what it looks like on the trailer, but still loose. I just drilled my holes in the center. I've already got the nuts on, so I can't pull those off. It did note if you're going to use this trimmer thing, and I did bend these a little bit. I'm obviously not going to use a pin, but that will still stabilize the bar on the trimmer, hedge trimmer. Not to use a washer because it would just make that bolt protrude more. And so you need a 9/16 flat wrench, or a 14mm will fit it, and 9/16 or 14mm socket. We're going to go ahead and tighten these down, and then I'll show you what I got. So now we have it tightened down. That is very, very, very sturdy. I like that. And like I said, I did have to bend these out just a little bit to accommodate my particular hedge trimmer. One of the things you'll also notice is I did leave room between here and here for my bar. I had to make sure that I did that. Now this HC 155, one of the reasons I bought it is because it has like a 24-inch bar on it for some of the larger jobs that I do, and so I won't need anything that actually push the sheath out just a little bit. I think I won't need anything that will go out any further than that. If I do, I'll just totally mount it somewhere else. But I do not foresee, with a little bit of hedge trimming that I do, that being an issue. So I'm going to grab the bungee straps real quick and throw them on, and then I'll kind of let you see how that works. All right, so all I did is basically permanently fix these straps through here. I did have to bend these hooks out a little bit to make the bend and to make it go in like I wanted it to. So those won't come out easy, but on this side, I've just simply got that. I can pull it down and pull it out. I can pull this one and turn it around and pull it out. And that's pretty doggone secure. You know, I could put, if I wanted to, I could put a stud right here, put a bolt up from the bottom to where that little hook on the handle held it, but I mean, that is pretty doggone secure, to be honest. Now, I may get me a small strap, I'm thinking, and just put around the end here, because I don't really like the idea of that flapping, but just wrap a small bungee here on the end and just let it ride. Now, let me show you my cables that I picked up and that I've already shared in another video. All right, and so this is the cable on a combination. Again, I got this so I can have the combination on this, my trimmer racks, my backpack blower, the other box I'm gonna get like this for my saw, as well as the cooler in the back of my truck will all have the same combination. So this is what you would call, it's resettable, reprogrammable. Really ain't programmable, it's not electronic, but you can reset it. So, and it is a 4-foot cable. I could not find a larger cable in the size that I wanted. All I've done here is just wrapped it through this handle and around here and let the excess lay in here. Now, if you do a lot of hedges, this setup might not be ideal for you. With tax and everything, for me, this rack was $63, and these come out to be about $10 a piece. So I got $73 in this setup. This is like a, I don't know, a $500-something set of hedge trimmers, if I remember right. They weren't cheap. Maybe it was $4 something. But anyway, I may use these trimmers once a month, to be honest, on average. Now, there are times that I use them, you know, once a week, but this is not something, in other words, what I'm saying is this is not something that I pull off of my trailer every stop that I make. So if I go and I do on Friday, you know, 12 to 15 properties, the likelihood is these will never come off the trailer. Okay, so and the reason I'm doing, let me show you why I want to get them mounted on the outside. Hold on one second. All right, first of all, let me just say, don't judge me. This is my toolbox on my trailer. These hedge trimmers were buried down in here. So inside this box, I got my hedge trimmers that I got these AH721s that I did a review on that I hook onto my Husqvarna. I have got, you know, some loppers in here. I've got a pull bar to change my blades. I keep extra blades in here. I've got pole saw with extension. I got some trimmer lines, some little clippers, some wasp and hornet spray. I keep my 2-cycle oil in here. I keep, you know, I keep my gloves in here. Just, you know, paper towels, a long sleeve shirt, a few tools, some oils for my hydros. But what I want to do is be able to get this oil and stuff, like for my chain, for my bar oil. I want to be able to get, well, this I don't even really need on the trailer. I just need to keep filling up this quart hydro. I mean, if you're using more than a quart, you got a problem anyway. But the point is, I got some Lysol wipes, some stakes for landscaping fabric. You can see I've got a lot of junk. And part of the reason I did keep my chainsaw in here and my hedge trimmer, and I just got so much junk that it got to where my chainsaw's just been sitting back here on the trailer. I kind of wedge it in, which is not a good idea. And I'm gonna have to do that for this next week, but I really do like this setup. Again, this is the LT15 from Buyers Product, made in the USA. Boom. Love it, love it. I like this. I really like this. And like I said, with this rack and with this lock, I have got about a $75 setup here. Now, I know other companies make things. I'm not telling you to buy this particular one. I'm not telling you to do this at all. I am just sharing my experience with you. And again, I look for, I do this on the side. You know, I'm servicing, you know, some of you that are full-time in lawn care, you're doing as many yards a day as I do a week, you know. And, you know, I did spend some money on a trailer. I did spend some money on the Hustler X1. I did spend money on Equipment Defender racks because I believe there's real value there, the way they lock and the support system that they have. Nothing against Green Touch. That would be a good option too. I just chose to go with Equipment Defender. But some things, you know, like this rack here that was $60 that I got my shovels in. You know, I could have bought one that was more expensive, but what do I need it for? This trailer's going to get 100 miles a week on it, okay? You know, so for me, that's just the route that I went. And so I'm just kind of sharing my experience with you. Maybe you're looking for something and you looked at these on Amazon, or you looked at them somewhere else and you said, man, you know, $60, is it worth anything? I would say this is a very sturdy rack. These are good bungee straps. These things are tight. These are not the old ones that's got a little bit of elastic in the middle and you know, the material on the outside. This is rubber, and it is definitely strong. Like I said, I will get me another one and attach that down, and I am going to go ahead either today, probably today, maybe tonight. When I get back, I'm gonna go cut some properties today. I am going to order another one of these, and I am going to mount my Poland on here as well. And I did this like this for a reason, because that Poland is going to have to sit about right there like that. I am going to give some room in case I decide to go with a larger one and have a longer bar, but I tried to get this stuff up as far as I could because that X1, this is only a 6-foot trailer, and you know, I said it's a 6-foot. I'm trying to remember now. It's bad. I hadn't even had it a year, and I can't remember if I ordered the 6 or the 6.5. So just so I don't mislead you on that, I'm going to measure it. I'm pretty sure it's a 6 by 16. Yeah, 6-foot trailer. So the X1 comes in at probably about 62 inches on the trailer, somewhere in that neighborhood. So, you know, I don't have a lot of room to work with. So I want to make sure that I had plenty of room to pull it up, which I do. And so that's going to be great. That's going to work good. But anyway, I'm going to get that mounted down once I get the box in. And my trailer's really coming along, and I'm really satisfied with it. And I'm just thankful that, you know, I'm buying a lot of stuff this year, but the beauty of that is when I go into the next season, other than routine maintenance and, you know, blades and all that kind of stuff, oil that you have to buy, I should have all the equipment I need. I should really be beyond purchasing anything. And then, you know, maybe put a little money in my pocket or a little money in savings rather than turn around putting it all back into business for the most part. So anyway, hey, I hope that you enjoyed this video. Drop me a comment. Love to hear from you. If you haven't, love for you to subscribe to the channel and hit the little notification bell. Thankful for all of my subscribers. Give a shout out to my boy Josh at Josh's Lawn and Landscape up in South Carolina. I told him I would shout him out so all 6 people that watch my videos, you know, could go check his channel out. But anyway, hey, my prayer for you is always the same, that the Lord might richly bless you and that you might see all of your blessings as from him. Have a great day.